Good morning, everyone. It's me, Leigh, with Victorian Dreams by Leigh, and I have a tutorial. It is a box envelope, and it holds a lot of stuff, so that's the good thing about it. So I'm going to show you them, and then I'm going to show you the tutorial. It is so easy. You don't need much supplies, just one sheet of 12 by 12. And ribbon if you don't want to put a different closure on it. So you could mail it if you put glue on it, but I would, keep an eye on that. You can hold your Christmas cards, your ephemera. It's really, really good for Happy Mail and stuff. So I'm going to show you three, and I'm going to show you the first one I made. So this is just cardstock 12 by 12. And look at that cute little brad. Oh, I love using those. And so, see, the brad though has that little cake and it's snagged. So that's not good. But look, it opens. And inside here, let me see my measurements that I wrote down, and I'm going to let you screenshot this. Inside is 8 by 5.5. So it holds a card and envelope. Look how much more it would hold. It holds a lot. But I like that it's double-sided, but I didn't use double-sided on others. But I think this is going to be my go-to, where it's double-sided, just plain, and then maybe use other embellishments to decorate it when I send it to Happy Mail. But there's one. Here's another. This is Anna Griffin card I made way back when. Look at that card. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love it. Okay, this is Anna Griffin paper, but it's not double-sided. And look, the gold brad matches, and this is purple. So look, you can open it, and voila. The mistake I made, and I'm going to show you, is the paper writing. Next time I'm going to show you in the tutorial, I want it right here so it wouldn't be as noticeable, because she does have paper. And then that right there is just a punch to hide the brad. So remember the other day when I made the gift envelopes for Christmas, the list, so that you can write your list and write everything down and everything. This is what that is, to put all your receipts in after Christmas. And to, that's way it's all in one spot, and your list can go in here and you just slide it into your purse. You could put a brad on this, but I didn't. And I'm keeping this one for myself because it's pop dotted, and the one I gave my sister and my daughter-in-law is not close enough. Yeah, here's one close enough. Is this pattern, and I kept it smooth because it's so pretty. Plus, going in and out of your purse, I realized, you know what, that's just going to snag. But look how beautiful it fits in there. And so this is 4.5 right here, and bulk. And look how beautiful that fits. Then I want to show you a Christmas one, and then we'll get to the tutorial. So we tied it back up. And here is a Christmas one with Anna Griffin paper. And you can see that this one's got more in it. So I didn't put the brad. All I did was just use ribbon that I had, and it says Merry Christmas. And I thought, wow, that's a lot of ribbon. But when you open it, look how much ephemera or whatever you want, candy. It could be all kind of stuff if you're just going to hand it from mailbox to mailbox or neighbor to neighbor. I could put more in there, but I just grabbed it to show you. I mean, look at that. And then it just closes back up. So, you can't go wrong. We have a Christmas, a birthday, so you could use it for anything. So, and ephemera, I just love these cards. So let's move everything out of the way. And let me give you a screenshot of this. Okay, and then the squiggly lines means where you cut, and it has all the information. All right, we're ready. Let's get our scoreboard. And remember I said Anna's words, let me get in focus. The words, I didn't want at the top where you would see it. So we're going to make sure we know where our position of our paper is. So 2, score at 2. Let me use the other side. Anna's paper is very thick, so I'm going to use the thinner. Score 2. Rotate and make sure this is at the bottom 2. And I found this on TikTok. So if you've seen it before, I'm just now seeing it. And then 2 again. So 2 on 3 sides. Okay? Make sure your paper is non-directional so that when you do fold it, it's not backwards. So see how that just goes every way? Okay, so I'm going to put that down, and I have to fold the bottom. The bottom, because the top doesn't have the 2. And then when I fold it, I have to come back here and do 5.5 from the folded to 5.5. So it is 8 by 5.5 size box. Okay, then I'm going to go 2 inches, so 5.5 to 7.5, and I'm only going to score to that first line so we can cut that out. Okay, so where does that go? I think it's at the 2.5. Let me measure that, make sure. On my notes it doesn't say, it says 2 inches. So this is 2 inches. So if I do 2 inches right here, where's that line? Let's see, I want to make sure. I've done this, I don't know how many times now. I have others that I've already mailed out. Yeah, that's 2 inches from the 5.5 to the 2. So I'm going to go to there, and it hits 4.5, so it is 2.5 right here. Just go to that line. Okay, we're done with the scoreboard. Okay, so take your scissors, and you can draw a line. You could get a ruler and draw a line here to that angle, but I'm okay with just freehanding. So I'm going to freehand from this corner to the corner where it is scored. I'm going to cut that out and that out. Try to cut straight. I'm not that good at cutting straight. Okay, so so we're getting the box. So we're still on this side. We cut that. We're going to leave that for a minute. And then we're going to do this angle. Okay. Okay. Now let's go to the other side. I'm going slow for you, but I could do it a lot quicker. We're going to do this angle just like the first one, but we're not going to cut the extra yet because we don't want to cut the wrong one. It does make a difference of your flaps so that it folds proper. So we're going to cut. I wish this wasn't so white so you could see. So we're going to cut that. Save one of these because you're going to need it to hide the grommet. No, the brad. This is not cut good enough. I'm going to have to go back and trim that little piece. And then cut this at the angle too. Okay, now we have it all cut. Now we have to figure out which one of these needs to be cut out of these little triangles. So the inside pieces, these inside and these inside, get cut. Okay, so this is the bottom. Make sure you know that this is what's facing you, and we're going to cut the inside of this one so we don't get confused. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. I just want to make sure you cut the right ones. So that's what it looks like so far. Then the top, we have to cut the inside again Okay, and the inside again. And then I'm going to let you take a screenshot of it so that you have it. Okay, so that's what it should look like. Okay, now we're going to corner around this. Just makes it look nicer. And this one. Okay, we're done with the scissors. Now we're going to fold this up. We're going to burnish. We're going to fold this up. And we're going to burnish. And we're going to go ahead and burnish the little ones. The little corners. We're going to turn it around and we're going to burnish. Hope I'm not making you dizzy. And burnish. We have one more, and this is the lid. Okay, we're going to burnish. Now we're going to glue. Let me see where my glue is. I suggest, you know, I love my hot glue and I use it all the time, but I suggest using wet glue so that you can have it for a second to move where it needs to. What I do is I push this piece up against this wall, and then I feel with my finger and make sure that the that it's flat and that it's not off. So do all four. So let me do all four. But yeah, hot glue would grab wherever you first lay it. That's a lot of glue. Ugh. And you wouldn't be able to move it. So this, I can feel it moving in my finger for just a second, waiting for it to grab on and glue. Got glue on me. So let me just make sure. Push that. Ooh, see, I moved it. It was so much glue. And then with it being this gold on it, it takes a second. So what I like to do is, you know, there's those little peaks. These little pieces right here, the little peak. I like to put my clip on that to hold it down, to let it dry while I'm doing the other side, just for good measure. So let's glue these, and then we're almost done. It's very quick and easy. I'm actually going slower just to make sure I'm explaining it. So push this paper against that paper. Make sure that you don't feel it raised higher. Try to get it as level as possible. Okay. Let's clip it to hold it for just a second. And then also glue them all on the outside. Glue all these on the outside. That's how they did it. That's how mine's working. I haven't tried it on the inside. Because of the way we have to fold it. Let's glue it on the outside so that it folds. I'm using art glitter glue. Other than my glue gun, that's my favorite glue. So let's make sure we have that. And see, I see that it's not level. Yeah, there we go. And clip it for just a minute. We can already unclip this. We can already unclip that. And we're going to unclip that. Let's just hope it's dry. It doesn't take very long. Okay, so we're ready. Normally they just folded it in, but I liked the cleanliness of it and it didn't buckle. My pink one kind of buckled at first. So I don't know if you can see it, but right here is that paper. Wow, this one's still wet. That one's still wet. Let me do this side. Maybe it's not as wet. No, it's not. Okay, you can see right here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that is that triangle. So I'm just taking my little tip and my finger is underneath here, and I'm putting it underneath there to give it support, and I'm just, or all my fingers actually, and I'm just barely scoring it, just barely scoring that. Now you might be able to see it. that just helps it when you go to fold it, and it didn't buckle as much, and it looked cleaner and nicer in the long run. If this was double-sided, it would be really pretty too. Really nice surprise for someone. So see how I'm just scoring those, and it just helped it a little. They didn't show that. I just like that. It felt neater to me. So all you do is push in and push in. Okay. See, that one is off a little bit, so I'm going to have to make it work. There we go. And then this one and this one. Okay, so there we have it. But you do have to go and now burnish the direction it's going. See, my little corner was not straight when I cut straight up the middle. It wasn't as straight, so you can, I'm going to show you the good and the bad. You can see where it's off just a hair, which you could come back and cut that. Burnish that down really well. Burnish this one down. Look at the direction of it and burnish that down. And burnish this one down. Ooh. Yeah, so this is the first time I'm struggling with this as much. It's not bad. It's just I feel it. But it's because make sure those lines are straight. So maybe next time, but you can see inside where it is got a crease and a fold. But maybe next time I'll do a line. So then I'm going to take a ruler, and it is 8. So 4 is the middle. So I'm going to make a tick mark right about there for the 4 in the middle. I'm going to get my punch, and I'm going to use the small punch on this. And where is that at? Yeah, it's hard to see. Could have done it on the back side and been easier. I'm going to make a hole. Just made a hole. And then I have my gold brad that matches the gold. And I'm just going to push this down. So there's the gold, but remember we had this. So I just have, I think this is a 1 inch, maybe a half, I don't know. I'm going to punch that. And if it was the colored paper, I would put the paper that matched there, but I want it to be matching, so I'm going to use the white. Now, to make this faster, I am going to use glue, hot glue on this for the video. That's a lot of glue. I hope it don't squirt out. And let's just hide that brad. That way it doesn't get anyone's fingers. It just looks professional. Get extra glue off of there. Okay, so there we have it. And now I have the purple twine. And we're just going to put this underneath here. And we're going to tie it in a knot. We're going to cut, you don't have to, but I'm going to cut some of that thread off. You could cut it and hide it underneath. That's what I did with the others. And then I just wrap it and go round and round a couple of times. And you could wrap it 2 or 3 times and then cut the extra. So there you have it. There is your envelope ready to, it's very flat, it's very lightweight. You want to send Happy Mail and you don't have a lot of boxes and all, you know, you could have 4 or 5 gifts in one Happy Mail and they all be coordinating paper or all Christmas, whatever. So there is the beautiful boxed cards. I just love it. I love the idea. I found it on TikTok. I don't remember the person's name, but she said it wasn't her idea either. So Yeah, but it wasn't my original, but I love this box envelope. So if you like this, please comment down below, share, and hit the bell. I make videos every Monday and Wednesday at 9 a.m. They are released, and all my links are down below. And have a blessed day. Thank you for watching, everyone.